Well. Welcome back to New York Sports WickerMedia. I'm Wa2K99. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to watch these videos. So, today it is time to do our 5 bold predictions for the Sunday night football game between the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers at what should always be Heinz Field, but that's another story. This is a game that has been pretty interesting when you look at the predictions, when you look at the analysts, the experts that are out there. Many of them had the Jets as pretty much as the leading favorite. But in the last couple of days, especially since the Jets got Davante Adams, the line's been coming back to be a little bit more even, a little bit more of a toss-up. But the majority of the people that I'm seeing are picking the Steelers to win this game. Well, we're going to make our score prediction in a little bit, but I'm going to make my 5 predictions for the game. Now, one prediction I'm going to make, Russell Wilson will start this game, and I would have said this had it not been for George Pickens spilling the beans in a press conference. My gosh, you couldn't trust him with anything. I think Russell Wilson will start and throw for multiple touchdowns in this game. I just don't have confidence right now in the Jets secondary, down 3 of 5 starters. I think it's going to be a situation where Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington at tight end will be in position to really exploit the Jets. Number 2, I predict the Jets defense will get at least 2 sacks from players other than Will McDonald. Now, the Jets have only 3 players this season so far who have multiple sacks, 2 sacks or more. Will has 7. Michael Clemens has 2.5, believe it or not. And Quinn Williams has 2 as well. I think this is going to be a game where the defensive line gets a little bit of extra pressure against an offensive line that has not been that great at pass blocking. So I think it's time for somebody else to carry their own weight a little bit. Prediction number 3, the Pittsburgh Steelers offense will run for at least 150 yards. Now, they're averaging 131 this year, and last week against the Raiders, they hit 183. I think it's going to be a situation where they're going to run the ball, and now that Russell Wilson should be back at quarterback, you could suddenly see a situation where a play action pass to a tight end once they're in the red zone when the Jets have the box loaded up, and boom, there you go. Prediction number 4, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense will total at least 4 sacks in this game. There's a reason why in the thumbnail for this video I put TJ Watt and Morgan Moses, because this offensive line has an enormous challenge to handle a pass rush that has a lot of very scary pieces in it. They don't blitz a lot, which has usually been their issue. But usually what gets to the Jets is when these players are coming in waves. And it's not always the best pass rusher who does the damage. It's not always the TJ Watt. It's the Alex Highsmith. It's the Cameron Hayward. It's these types of guys. Maybe Larry Ogunjobi. The guys that don't get quite so much attention tend to do the most damage against the Jets. And until I see this offensive line pass block effectively, especially the tackles, I'm going to be worried about it. And prediction number 5, Tyrod Taylor will play in this game at least one series. That kind of goes back to number 4. This offensive line, people can be excited all they want about the addition of Davante Adams, the running backs, now the depth of wide receiver as well. And yes, it looks fantastic. But at the end of the day, if you're not getting the protection from your offensive line that you need, of what use are the skill position players? So I have to be honest with you. When it comes to this game, as a Jets fan, I'm not confident in this game at all. Yeah, the Steelers don't have a very potent offense, but it's going to change a little bit with Russell Wilson taking over for Justin Fields. Yes, Russell Wilson cannot run in the same way, but he's a far more accurate quarterback than Fields is. And, the Jets have to prove they're over it. They have to prove that they're cohesive. Again, you're going against Mike Tomlin as the head coach. He's a top 3 coach, I would say, in the NFL. Jeff Ulbrich, well, he's got a lot to prove. So until proven otherwise, it's more about just talent versus talent. Because if we're just looking at talent, yes, I'd say it's a very evenly matched game. But this is a game that's really going to help determine position for a wild card spot that I feel. And in this type of a spot, I got to give the edge to the head coach. I'm picking the Steelers to win by quite a bit. I'm picking Pittsburgh 23, and I'm picking the Jets 10. And again, it's a situation where I want to be wrong. Go off on me if you want. It's okay. But I don't have a good feeling about this game. Let's see what happens. Well, if you've got some bold predictions, if you've got a score prediction, put it right down there in the comments. I'm curious to see what you all think. And also check out my full game preview video as well for Jet Steelers. That is going up as well. Everybody have a great rest of your day, and I will see you right back here with more content from you know where. The Wicker Chair.